What's up, people? Yeah, gotta go live. Two icons, Will Smith, Chris Rock. Will Smith hits Chris Rock live and direct from the Oscars. Can you dig it? What the hell is going on? People, this is crazy. Where are we going, gentlemen? Where are we going? What has happened to the world? Will Smith is mad because his wife cheated on him, which he probably knew about, and then made him talk about it in front of the world. He's kept it all bottled up. It goes to the Oscars. Chris Rock is hosting. Nobody watches the Oscars. Nobody. Right? Nobody. And this happens. Right? I wonder what the spike is on the ratings right now. Because people waiting to see what happens. Even though the event's over, the punch is over. Right? Yo, what are the legal ramifications? If I punch somebody like that, the police coming to get me. Ben, what's good, brother? Appreciate that. Yo, keep your eye out for Fresh and Fit, man. I just hit Myron up. I was telling him he should go live right now. So if they do go live, jump over there. But thanks for the love, Ben. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? We just getting started. You know what I'm saying? Big Ben here for Fresh and Fit. You know what I'm saying? Because the Fresh and Fit family, they roll like that, man. They show real support. I appreciate that, man. I went from, I don't know, barely 90 subs. I'm over 200. And that happened so fast because Myron and Fresh shouted me out on a live show. And then the Fresh and Fit fam, they just rock like that. You know what I mean? So good looking out, Ben. But yo, the punch. Black folks don't know how to act, do we, man? It don't matter. It just don't matter. You could take the black man out the hood, but you can't get the hood up out the black guys. So I'm waiting on my buddy Ty Barnett. He's out there on the West Coast, man. He's posting something on his page right now. Ty's like a top tier comedian out there, just kind of bubbling, underrated, ready to break through. And, people have always, not always, but people have often said that there's like a quota on black actors in Hollywood as far as who can make it. It's always like a certain number. And after tonight, it's going to be a slot open. It's going to be some juggling around because Will might be through. He might be through. So what am I doing now? I'm looking down at my phone and I'm about to join my own live stream here. I'm tripping, bro. I'm tripping. I am. Like I can't believe it. I was sitting here watching Wheat Waffles YouTube channel. Black Pill dude. I just discovered him. He is definitely black pill. Dude from the UK. And I was just kind of looking at his philosophy versus red pill versus blue pill. I'm kind of doing notes because I'm going to do a show about it. I'm kind of doing notes, trying to line that up with some of my, guests that I want to interview and talk about it. Woo, I'm tripping. Ben, thanks, man. I see you, brother. You know what I mean? Thanks for rocking out with me, man. Ben 10, supporting because you're always supporting the guys. Wish you success. Thank you. And I will be successful because of you, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I rock with the fam. And I'm an old dude, man. I'm 51 years old. And I'm a huge supporter. And people are like, oh man, you just buying access. I'm not. I don't want their platform to go anywhere. I think their platform is very, very informative and is needed, especially now. I wish Will Smith was part of the Fresh and Fit fam. I wish he understood female dating strategies, female nature. I wish he read Rollo's book, right? Rollo Tomasi, The Rational Male. This is what y'all are witnessing right now is what 80% of men can just already tell you what's going on with that market, man. What's going on out there. They reach the point where they just snap, right? Right? You talk about red pill rage and what it looks like. That's what it looks like. It looks like that, right? It looks like that. Wow. Yo, me and Ben having the back and forth. It's my dude right here, man. Ben, yo, we ain't met, bro, but you come to Dallas or come to Miami, go to CME, bro. We gotta hook up. Where you? Let me know where you at on the planet, bro. You might be in New Zealand somewhere. Oh yeah, I'm not saying that as a bad thing. Yeah, Ben 10 says you ain't old, brother. You got a lot of life in front of you still. Absolutely, man, absolutely. And when I say I'm old, I'm saying that as I'm coming at it as a prideful kind of thing, because where I grew up and the people I grew up with, man, a lot of us didn't make it. A lot of us didn't make it. You know, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? So I went from the hood, right, to the military to do, you know, I wanted to do some hardcore stuff. So what I was doing in the military was dangerous. And then I went to war. War is dangerous. Ask anybody in Ukraine or Russia right now. War is inherently dangerous. So I'm just happy to be here. I love it. And I was saying that I'm older. Not that I don't need the information that's been put out on Fresh and Fit's platform or anything from the Red Pill side. Like even when you're looking at Rich Cooper, Entrepreneurs in Cars, and you're looking at you know, Joker, Better Bachelor, even the roommates who are, you know, a little more watered down, but still the philosophies are there. Rollo Tomasi, Coach Greg Adams, Donovan Sharp, the list goes on and on and on. They're speaking uncomfortable truth, and it should be out there. But I just like Fresh and Myron's work ethic and what they've done with the studio, and actually bringing women in every night, 5 days a week. They bring in a group of women and they talk, and you get to see it live and direct how women move. And I ain't saying it's bad. I ain't not saying it's bad. Okay, I understand hypergamy. You see what these women want, so it is what it is. Barbados, what's up? Yeah. Ben 10, he's like, I'm from Barbados. Yeah, island boy, that's what up, bro. That's what up. I'm gonna come down there, man. Real talk. And I'm getting a lot of love from the Fresh and Fit world. Thank you. Tia Kiki, hey, what's up? Hello. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you. Like, I'm brand new, y'all. Yeah, I got 220 some odd subs. Y'all are part of that. I will never forget y'all, ever, never. You ever see me, it's on, holla at your boy. You know what I mean? If you see me somewhere at an event, whatever, make sure you come right up and say what's up, because I truly appreciate it. You know what I mean? We got to support each other. You know what I mean? We got to support each other. So thanks for the support. Tia, Kiki, thank you. Thank you so much for the support. You know what I'm saying? And just curious, where are you on the planet? We got Barbados in the house. Just curious where you are. And I'm waiting on my buddy Ty to show up. So he's already told me right off rip. He was like, bro, we have to go at it. He was like, it'll be MMA up in that joint. We have to go at it. Even because look, Will Smith is definitely way bigger, right, than Chris Rock. Real talk. And then, you know, both of them had their backgrounds, whatever, growing up. But, you know, Chris Rock is a smaller dude. It ain't like he in the gym every day. Will Smith is working out because you don't know what roles he got coming up. Sometimes he got to be ripped up. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't going to lie. If it's going to be a fight between them two dudes, my money on Will Smith. 100%. I'm dropping 95% on Will Smith, and maybe 5% I'll put on Chris, because somebody might slip or something, because, you know, they in tuxedos and slippery shoes, so anything can happen with that, man. But for real though, if I were Chris Rock, we'd have had to fight. We'd have had to get a couple in, you know what I mean? And I went to tussle up with him real quick and went to the ground, hoping security or rush out there and pull dude up off me. But I certainly wouldn't just stand there, put my hands behind my back and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Because he's probably thinking money, right? He didn't fall, so it's not like, you know, Will didn't really catch him. I don't know if he smacked him, looked like he punched him. And you might say, yo, why you care of a smack or a punch, open hand or closed hand? Well, that means something legally. Open hand versus closed hand, right? And that could be the difference between a type of misdemeanor and a felony, right? So, and I'm no legal expert, so I definitely have to talk to somebody who knows. But yo, I can't believe that, yo, that's crazy. Yo, B, what up? Ben, Big Ben. I don't like what Will did because he can't keep hitting people for talking, right? right? You know what I'm saying? I feel you on that. But again, that's like that red pill rage thing, bro. You know what I mean? You just lose it. It builds all up, right? He has all this pressure has been building up since that red table. Just call it real talk. That red table BS. That his wife, this woman he loves, and he's spent this all his time and energy and emotion with this woman, only to find out that she banging, basically like the pool guy. She's banging some other dude. You know what I'm saying? What was that aggression, Will, when you found out what this young dude was doing? You know what I mean? Did you put your hands on him? That's the guy that got you all upset. It ain't about Chris. Talking about keep my what did he say? Keep my wife's name out of your mouth. Wow. You know what I mean? Yeah, she was white, it would be a whole different headline. Oh yeah. Yeah. If Will Smith ran up there and punched, you know what I mean, Sean Penn, or went up there and punched, I don't know, anybody else like that, yeah, it'd have been crazy. I got Suzette Speaks hit me up. I'm gonna send her a link just to see if she'll drop in, because she's an attorney. She probably will know a little bit more. I just sent her a link just to see what she'll do. Like, I'm talking about Will Smith. Pardon me, y'all. Like, this is breaking news. This is how they do it live on TV, trying to do like that. She talking about Will. See what she jumps on. See if she'll jump on. See, like, got 10 minutes. She probably won't, because she's probably ready. She's probably in bed. And, women got to look pretty. They got to look good. They going to show their face. You know how it is. They ain't like us. We just rock. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing my Space Ghost shirt, man. I actually had on my wife beater. I was just sitting down there chilling. I hope I could say wife beater on TV. But yeah, but you're right. If race definitely comes into play, I'm curious to see what how Hollywood is going to handle this. I personally believe that Hollywood is gonna they're gonna do one or two things. They're gonna blackball him right off, right? First thing, like, they're gonna be scared of him, stay away from him, or they're gonna turn this into a teachable moment and track him when he goes to, going off to talk to counselors, and watch him as he works through this whole thing, and have a whole bunch of, go to all of the female TV shows and stuff like that. So hey, without further ado, we going right now with Ty Barnett, live and direct.
Let me do this thing real quick. I don't know how long you're gonna be up. I'm gonna hit you back.
Hey, look, that's how we roll.
We'll talk about this tomorrow. But yo, you got to talk about this on the show, bro. You know this.
Right. Look, y'all watching Hollywood, right? Look, right now, that's Hollywood right there.
So, all right, I'm gonna hit you back in a little bit, man. Love you.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's Ty right there working. This everybody right now. Everybody is shifted.
My brother just hit me up. And because he saw the post that I just did on Facebook, and my brother said the same thing already, bro. He was like, "We got to fight, man.
They got to fight.
We got to fight. We can't. There ain't no show going on after that.
Yeah, so we got
after that."
Hey, Ty, we got a few people watching this, man. Some of my Fresh and Fit fam is here, yo. Cause I rock with Fresh and Fit heavy, man. So they shot me out on their show a few days ago, and I got mass Fresh and Fit family here. I got Insane number 45 right now. He was laughing when the jokes were about other people, but when his turn showed up, he had mental breakdown. Yeah, black folk be on that, bro. We don't even be like I said, you could hey Ty, they could get us out the hood, but they can't quite get the hood out of us, right?
But the hood must not be in Chris Rock no more. Cause hey Don, you know this. Even if there's a chance that you may take the L, you can't let a motherfucker smack the shit out, especially on national. Hey man, think about this. Think about how many times back at the crib, if a motherfucker knew that you was a punk on the next block, that was bad for you.
Bro. On the next street.
Exactly.
On the next street.
18 million different countries. Hey man, one of us gotta die that night. One of us.
At least it gotta look like I'm trying to kill you. I mean, so Ty, I mean, because people may not know, man. Where did you grow up? Like, where did you spend your teenage years? I know
Chicago, Southside, 73rd and Racine. Hey man, let me tell you something, bro. As soon as I saw that happen, I was like, so then he tries to go back into trying to do a show, and I'm like, he just smacked the shit and went and sat down. Do you understand? Hey man, only pimps do that shit.
And kept, but he kept yelling too. I'm gonna play it here in a second, man. And I don't know if you can see the screen, but I'm gonna try to read as many comments as I can, because like families be throwing it up there, and I'm gonna try to read everything. But if I can't read it, I'm definitely gonna show it. But yeah, insane number 45. Can you imagine if everyone starts hitting all comedians because they didn't like the joke? Yo, you talking to two comedians right now, Ty.
Okay, let me say something to that comment. I get why you saying what you're saying. I get that, but here's the thing. First of all, I don't condone what Will Smith did. Not like that. Like if he really wanted to send a message, what he could have done, he could have walked up on stage, walked up to Chris. If you really wanted to be all public with it, you could have walked up to Chris and been like, "Hey man, don't make no jokes about my wife." Because apparently Jada Pinkett has a serious medical condition. That's why she's bald like that.
Well, but you saying this before the show, or I mean, how can he do that?
No, I'm saying if he was going to do something public like that, because he still got to think about who he is and the message that he's sending. Because basically, what you did was you got violent over some words. Because I'm gonna play both sides on this. I know I'm joking about it, but in all honesty, you got violent over some words. That don't really send a great message to people, especially kids. So if we looking at it that way. But the husband in me, the protector in me understands that he's tired of the jokes. And again, this is probably what triggered this because she's dealing with a medical condition. That's why I probably hit him that way, because she ain't bald because of a fashion trend. She's bald because she has a medical condition that makes her have to be like that. So to him, he's like, yo, man, I'm tired of motherfuckers coming at me like this. So while I don't agree with it, to the Sands comment, I don't think that people should be going at comedians like that because we make jokes like that.
And everybody's fair game.
True, but here's the thing. And I don't know if Chris didn't know.
I was gonna say that too. Like, who knows about? I've never heard about this.
So, bro, let's put this on a different level. If I know something about you that's personal, and me and you are boys, even if we not super close, like we close, but even if we just know each other, and I know something about you that's personal to you, and I still make a joke about it, you gonna feel some sort of way about it. You will. Like
absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with you. 100% I agree with you.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what I think. And so if he knew about it, if he knew about Jada's medical condition, I think it was foul on Chris's part. I still don't think it warranted Will going up and laying hands on him. You could have pulled him to the side. You could even say something to him right there in front. You could have walked up to him and been like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna say this right now to you. I'm gonna say this out here to everybody on this fucking stage. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. You do it again, I'm gonna smack the shit out you."
Okay. And last call for insight. Good evening to you, sir. Thanks for the support, brother. Good working with you on Suzette Speak Show. I'm just catching up real quick, man. Yo, Tim, would not see you. What's up, homie? Thanks for coming out, man. For sure. Thanks for the support. And we got Suzette Speaks in the house. Yo, let me skip over to Suzette real quick. Suzette, what's up, girl? Thanks for showing up. Yo, you ain't got to show your face, but if you want to come on and talk a little bit with me and Ty, yo, I shot you the link. I can email it to you if you need me to. I would love to have your insight from a legal perspective because we're gonna move this over. And yeah, like in stand number 5, man, like all bad guys out. Well, I see. I don't know if you can see these chats. But all
ball guys have genetic.
Yeah, medical isn't the reason to assault someone. And Ty's being 100 with it. Like Will and Chris, they're greats, right? So they do have a relationship. So there is a good possibility that Chris is aware, but he's like, it's all good. It's jokes, right? It's that's maybe what he's thinking.
Yeah,
and Suzette says it seems really personal. Yeah, it does. I mean,
it is personal, Suzette. But that's what I'm saying, though, is like Like I just did the video. I just did a video, and I said he smacked him like he was possessed by the ghost of Tupac.
Ooh,
And
look at
so,
man, you about to get me canceled, bro. Brand new channel down.
but here's the thing with that though, bro. Again, I think if she and I honestly have to believe this, if she wasn't dealing with a medical condition, I don't think it would have happened the same way.
But
I
hey,
really
you know, but yo, big Tim right here, you know what I mean? He's like, I'm sorry, but his wife made him look like a fool over
That's
this
true.
year with all the affairs. And I'm more in that camp. I'm more of it's built up, it's pent up pressure, it's right, it's bubbling over. You know what I mean? And now add to what you just had to say, it's like, you know what? Here go my excuse. Let me go up here and tee off on this dude for two reasons. First of all, I know I could take him, right? Because I got the weight and all that, whatever on him, right? And it's like he's looking around, ain't too much security. I think I can get away with it. So he went up there and, like you said, bro, he looked like a pimp named Slickback for real. He went up there,
man,
pow, and right back to his seat.
let me. So a couple things. One, it does kind of make you think, what kind of pussy does Jada Pinkett have that she makes a motherfucker go smack a dude in public? It's got to be.
Ooh-wee.
It's got to be amazing. But two, do you understand how much disrespect a person has to have for you to not only come up, smack you in your face, but turn around and go back and sit down? And bro, hey man, somebody gotta go.
Hey, bro, that's that.
Somebody has got to go.
Yo,
It
listen, y'all. Oh, go ahead.
Dude, it ain't gonna be, hey man, fuck jokes, fuck coming back after commercial break. Hey man, Chris should have went to the back. Chris should have went to the back, took off the tux, fucking had on, came out and just walked up and like, we gotta just go. We gotta go.
Yo, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Is Tony gonna roll up on Will? Is Tony, you know Tony more gangster than his brother, man. Tony more gangster though.
That ain't, nah, man. Now, here's the thing. But to what you just said, I think we'll know that Chris ain't that dude. Because you don't, hey man, you're not walking up to Ving Rhames like, you ain't even walking up to Denzel like that.
Word.
Even if Denzel, first of all, I know Denzel wouldn't have done it, but you not coming up trying to smack Denzel.
But hold on though. Remember when Sean Penn was pushing back and talking big when Chris Rock was hosting the Oscars years back? And then Chris Rock came on after Sean Penn and was like, "I'll beat your ass" or something like that. "I'll whoop your ass." I don't know if you remember that. I wish I had a producer here right now so I could find it. It was years ago over the Oscars, and it was over jokes. Sean Penn didn't like one of Chris Rock's jokes, and Chris Rock said like, "Man, it might have been backstage later in an interview or something like that." But Chris got big. You know what I mean? He got big.
And probably Chris probably thought he could take him. Chris probably thought he could take him, but this is what I'm saying is like, and especially with this happening right around the same time with it. Now, you know who really thinking about this shit right now?
Who?
Kanye West. Kanye West right now sitting there thinking, maybe I should smack the shit out of DL.
Or
DL, bro.
Or Kanye's thinking maybe I need to just sit my ass down.
Because DL is one of the motherfuckers like, I think DL comes from an older school of thought to where he's like, again, one of us gotta go.
Well, it's that plus DL comes straight out of Compton. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First of all, you can take a brother out the hood, can't take the hood out the brother, and then you gotta weigh the hood we talking about. DL straight out of Compton. You know what I mean? Shout out to DL Hughley. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tony Rock. You know what I mean? So I'm just yo. Let me catch up real quick, man. And yo, Suzette, I don't know how you do it, girl. I barely got a few notes to read. I'm trying to catch up with these, but there are many ball jokes, fact jokes, etc. Because of medical conditions, both congenital and acquired. There are cancer jokes, whatever. You don't come to a comedy show and get pissed at jokes. I mean, I get that. This is the Oscars, though. But I do get that. You know what I'm saying? I get that 100%.
I agree. Again, I agree that he shouldn't have gotten violent over words. I totally agree with that 1,000%. I just think that it's a combination of so many different things with that dude right now. And, you know, I think he just kind of reached his breaking point. But yeah, and to what Suzette is saying right now, with the crazy part is Will Smith is America's dad, almost like Cosby. Me and my wife was just talking about this. She said like he's always considered a class act and all of that stuff, and this is what I think is tripping people out. This is why it almost took people off guard. Like, wait, this got to be a joke. Will Smith wouldn't do that. Not Will Smith. So we were just talking about this, and so I get that part. But I also feel like, and again, I don't know what Chris knew. And again, I'm not condoning saying, he wouldn't have walked up to 50 Cent like that, definitely. But
oh no, I'll push back on that. Maybe he would have.
Nah.
Will from Philly, bro. I mean, you get to the point.
He wouldn't have. Will Smith wouldn't have walked up and smacked the shit out of 50 Cent. I'm not saying that he would have been a bitch and not said anything to 50 Cent, but Will Smith come from a different place than 50 Cent come from. That don't mean that either's a punk. It just means that, like you said, he walked up to Chris because he knew he had the size on Chris. I don't think he's doing that with 50 Cent. Because you know what? Bare minimum, he know that the people, even if 50 Cent don't do shit, he know the people that 50 Cent know.
Right. He know he ain't getting to the limo. Right. He know he ain't getting to the limo. Because you know that crew is in there somewhere. And shout out to 50 Cent wherever you are, brother. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. We got some common friends. One day, hopefully, we'll meet. You know what I mean? But yo, man, and insane. Yeah, it's built up like DL said, because any reasonable person knows you don't assault someone on international TV. If it was 50 Cent, if it was 50 Cent, he ain't walking up to 50 like that. And that was sent, right? That chat was sent before we even touched on it. So everybody think the same thing. He wouldn't have rocked out like that on anybody else.
He would not have done it. And it's just I'm just tripping out because
right. It's either a combination of a lot of things, middle breakdown. You can only bury so much, bro, and that's right. You know what I'm saying? Nah, no way in hell, DL.
I bet he smacked Chris Rock like he wanted to smack who's that? The August. Who's that she had the affair with? August?
I said that because my dude Perry, shout out to Perry Davis, Esquire, Cincinnati, Ohio, man. Yo, if y'all got any legal troubles, he don't do dope cases, but any other case, holla at Perry. Hey, Perry Davis, Cincinnati, Ohio. That's my homie, man. I'll be running all through Medellin with PD.
See, look at what Last Call just said. His family brand. That's what I'm talking. Hey, man, listen. Let me tell you something. And I said this before. So on a smaller scale, years ago, I was doing a college, and someone had offered some weed. They had offered, and they passing everything around. And right as I had the pipe in my hand, right, I had the little pipe in my hand. I'm about to smoke. This girl was about to take a picture, and luckily somebody else at the party was like, "Yo, stop. You can't take a picture of him smoking weed. You can't do that." And she's like, "Why not? It'll be fun." He said, No. You can't show any. And for me, I don't know why I didn't think about it. In my head, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And so from that moment forward, I would never do that shit because I had to think about that, because then I don't know what could have happened with that. And I get checks from Disney now, so I can't take none of them chances.
Yeah, so here we go, bro. Here we go. You want to watch it one more again?
Got the hardest job tonight. Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins.
Oh, wait.
Out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
All right.
Pause it right there, bro. Hold up. Let me tell you something. You don't get to smack a motherfucker and then talk shit. One of us gotta die. One of us gotta go. And see, now look. It's Chris. He said Chris had
his own entanglement
tonight.
See,
Yeah,
see, yeah, and saying got jokes.
dude, it's like, look, man, you cannot. First of all, again, it is no condoning it. I don't condone it. I don't agree with getting violent over words because and we also talked about this tonight. The stigma that comes with black men. This is the other thing. We are already expected to be violent. We're already expected to be savages and uncouth and you know. So with that being said, it's so many different things that you look at with this, then you say, man, it's fucked up. But then the other part of this, again, comes back to this dude has been piled on so much by so many different things. Him and his wife's marital situation has been out there and all of that, which you probably should have smacked them motherfuckers. But all of that stuff has been out there. And again, I'm no bullshit, bro. I honestly feel like if she wasn't dealing with a real medical condition, because look at her face in that clip. She didn't laugh. She was like, this motherfucker. She didn't laugh. Like she looked at it like, oh, so you gonna make fun of my hair, and knowing that she has a condition. I honestly feel like that right there. So it's a lot of other stuff. It was the pent up stuff, but I think that right there was the match.
Let me play devil's advocate, but Tia, I feel you, Tia. Like Will snapped over a joke. You know what I mean? He was trying to vent his wife's honor when she has none. That's a really good point when you look at what's going on. Suzette was like, yo, I had to rewind it 10 times. I had to rewind to make sure I saw what I saw. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Because someone was saying that security didn't make a move because, it was Will Smith, of course. And people probably thought Will was just going to go up there, grab the mic and say something silly or whatever, or maybe act like he was going to hit him and then go back, you know what I mean? But to go back and sit down and then, use the vulgarity, keep my wife's name out you feel me? Yeah. That right there, I don't even want to say the word on YouTube because it's like I probably get shut down because I'm so new. But the Oscars, right? The Oscars. Exactly. But I will say this: they got to change that whole Oscars so white thing. Got to go now. That's got to go. We in there, bro. We up in there, y'all.
Man, look, bro. It's not staged, man.
Yeah, that's no way that's staged.
This is staged. Not staged. Not staged at all.
Not at all. I mean, something like that is not even worth staging. You feel me? Like it's not for the Oscars. They don't move like that. The Oscars are supposed to be. They look at themselves as that shiny hill, that shiny house on the hill above reproach.
Why would that be the thing? Well, why would you? You know what I'm saying? Why would that be the thing that you would say? You could stage a ton of other things. You want to stage that?
Right.
Because first of all, you understand other people got to dig into that like we're digging into it. Like some people may not know the whole situation with Jada's situation. They may not know that. So people would have to research that and see like, oh, wait, that's right. She has a hair thing with the thing. And then you got to understand that he has a history of people picking on him through all of this stuff. And it just boils over with Chris. That takes too much.
Yeah, and Will Smith can't be invited to anything Hollywood no more, bro. Like you're in the Hollywood world, right? Hear me out. I was lucky enough to be with you when you went through the top tier A-list thing, right? Like you were real close to the A-list, so I got to see how Hollywood is when they are welcoming. Right. Isn't there a price to be paid even by Will Smith? There has to be.
Dude, he just won an Oscar. That ain't happening.
Yeah, it's right. 10 minutes later, after he smacked him, he came up to get his Oscar.
Exactly, bro. Do you think that probably they were sitting there like even the Oscar committee was like, please don't win, Will Smith. Please don't win. Please don't win. Oh, fuck, he won. Okay. All right, well, let him give a speech and we'll handle it in post.
Suzette, you a fool. Black as Oscars ever. I feel you though. Start that hashtag. Incorporate that or something. Make some money on that, girl.
Dude, it's like, look, will it be some backlash? It will be for a minute. But here's what's gonna happen. People are gonna feel sorry for Will Smith. You know why? Because Will Smith is considered America's dad now. Will Smith has never had a controversy. Think about what else is. Think about anything in Will Smith's career. Nothing. Will Smith is like the LeBron James of Hollywood.
Not a single blemish, not one blemish. Just rumors, just rumors and speculation, but not a single blemish.
Nothing, not a single. Plus, he's into that Scientology shit. Nothing is going.
Oh, you lying? Is he really?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they listen. Let me tell you something, man.
That's an insurance policy, bro.
Ain't nothing happening to Will Smith. And like she said, Suzette says, no, Will is transcendent and he is loved. No, it's gonna be some interviews. It'll be some quotes given, some comments, and I probably shouldn't have reacted that way, but you got to understand, I'm protect. That's why he gave the speech the way he did. I'm here protecting my family, and how you gonna get mad at a dude when he come up and tell you he's protecting his family? You can't get mad at a dude like that.
But Insane got a good point here too, man. The hair condition is no excuse. I've had cancer patients live at cancer jokes. And they talk about Will Smith's speech was brilliant though. He cried and talked about people making fun of him as being unfair. So okay, I'm the victim now. I'm being bullied. What I
tell you, he's already putting the spin on the thing, already doing it. People already felt sorry. But it was one angle that they showed when he was talking. It was a side close-up of his face like this. And I said, right there, they're already putting their spin on this, and they're going to show that. That's going to be what they see. That's what America's going to see. And they're going to be like, man. And plus, think about how divided the country is. You got motherfuckers right now that honestly think that the people who stormed the Capitol are heroes. Will Smith will be fine. Will Smith will be fine.
And think the same thing, like nothing will happen to him. He already cleaned it up with tears. Totally. And it's funny too, because people are like, oh, he's crying. I'm like, yeah, he's an actor. He had to start crying. And then as soon as he got backstage, cut.
You know what? You know why he didn't say sorry to Chris Rock? I honestly feel like, and that's the part that I said, that's why I say it's more personal than that. And here's the thing, man. Like I have a rule, like in my entire career, I've had a rule that I've stuck by. I don't make jokes about hurting children. Like I just don't. I don't make pedophilia jokes. I don't make any kind of jokes like that at all. And I don't like when motherfuckers make them.
So real quick, Bob Saget, he was big on that.
And again, but to me, I felt like if that's where you got to go with it, it ain't my thing. I can't tell you what to say and what not to say. It's just not my thing.
Okay. So no censorship or nothing like that. It's just that's you, do you.
I mean, apparently some people love that shit and they still rock with them. I'm saying for me, it's certain things I stay away from. Certain things I'm just like, I don't find humor in it. I don't find humor in people suffering like that. So for me, and if you're my friend, and if I know something that is personal to you, about you, or someone that you care about, I'm not going to do that. Like I said earlier, if I know something about you, bro, as much as you my boy, even again, let's say we're not super close, but we're close enough to where I know some shit about you. I'm not going up there and making that joke about you, bro. I'm damn sure not going to do it about your wife. I'm not doing it.
So your stance is there's probably a 75% chance or better that he knew.
Man, if he didn't know, Will Smith owe him an apology. I will say that.
Wow, okay.
If he didn't know, Will Smith owe him an apology. But if Chris knew, hey, man, come on, bro. Come on, man. You better than that. You a better comedian than that. There's a ton of other people in there you could have made fun of and a ton of other things you could have said. You better than that if you knew. Now, I don't know either one of them like that, so I don't know what he knew and what he didn't know.
Or
All I
when
know
he knew
is
it and all that. Yeah.
they both been famous for a long fucking time.
I bet you that narrative being spent already. I bet you if you go into the news right now, and again, I'm just here. I'm not splitting the screen, seeing what's out there live right now, but I guarantee you $1 to a donut that narrative is already being spent. Jada has this condition. It was this and that. They're going through something else, all these other things, because I know that their publicists and agents and all that, they're going crazy right now trying to stay ahead of this thing, right? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. This would rock Hollywood. Like, because before you came on, I was like, hey, my man Ty Barnett's gonna come up here, and Hollywood only lets so many black folks get to the top tier. I'm thinking Will Smith is gone. My man Ty might be able to slide up there now. Everything shuffles up, and Ty might be able to get up there.
Let me tell you something, bro. Will Smith got where he was not just by his acting. We'll leave it at that. So the fact that he got there by these other means, this one thing ain't gonna be the thing to take him down. That ain't.
Ooh. So I know y'all wondering what we talking about. You're gonna have to watch our part 2 when we go back to our original interview. We said we're gonna do a part 2, and because we're gonna talk about the pitfalls of Hollywood, the temptations of Hollywood, and what people are willing to do in Hollywood. So y'all gonna have to stay tuned for that one. So we'll leave it there, because I don't want Will run up in here smacking me in the back of the head, because I got a lot of weapons in here. It get ugly.
But see, now think about that, dude. Look, and this is why I say, because Chris has been doing this for a minute, though. Chris has been making controversial jokes for a long time. I kind of wish that it would have been Ricky Gervais. If it was Ricky Gervais, I want to do Ricky Gervais.
I don't know.
Ricky Gervais is known for being just as mean, if not meaner, than Chris Rock.
Way over the top. Way over the top.
Yeah. So to me, dude, and man, you can go back and watch that clip and watch Will when he's talking to him when he says, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth." Hey, bro, there's so much anger. And what he's not, I promise you, he ain't just talking to Chris Rock when he say that, dude.
He's telling everybody, keep my
body who was fucking with him and his family. That's for everybody, bro. Chris just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong fucking time, dude. That's all it was. And again, where I feel like Will should have had some restraint is you do know that this sends a bad message to children.
Yeah, because this was the last family show. This is what happens next moving forward for the Oscars? This is worse than the Grammys. You don't see this at the Grammys.
Man, look. Well, but no, also look at it this way, man. If this dude is considered, because black folks, we don't have too many Denzels, too many Will Smiths, too many Morgan Freemans. You know what I'm saying? We don't have too many Sam Jacksons, So for this dude coming along, this is the person that we could look at throughout his whole career. We looked at this dude as, you can't deny him. You can't deny that guy. He has access. He's good looking. He's charismatic. He's appealing across the board. Boom, 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 all of this. So you have to grant this dude. And he doesn't have a blemish on his track record. So all of this stuff is being looked at with him.
Yeah, because Ian's saying that Gervais would have definitely started a fight. You know what I mean? I feel he would have said something. He would have said something fly. It might have been the same thing, but he said it probably been about the red table talk. You know what I mean? And then we got Street Chaos. Hey, what's good, fam? Thanks for the love. Yo, we outside Fresh and Fit Discord. Much love. Yo, I will definitely get to Discord. I promise. I will get on there. Mo has been on me about it. I'm gonna get on there. It's just I was starting this up and doing other stuff. But yo, thanks for the love. And yo, what's up, man? Like, he might not win, but Gervais would have lost it. Yeah. He's not as composed as Chris. Yeah, I agree with that. And the brother's on point. He was just talking to Chris. Okay. Yeah. Ty's absolutely right. And I agree with that. It's a lot that was built up inside that he's been just clamping down. And if he's like most black men, we ain't going to talk to nobody about it. I didn't go to a therapist until I had my first major event as an air traffic controller. There was loss of life, and I didn't know how to deal with it. And that's what made me go. And it wasn't until I got into the anger phase, like I got real upset, and I only went because I thought I was gonna be wasting the government's money, because I thought talking to someone, seeing counselors was a waste of time, which it is not. Those people know what they're doing. Like I'm a big fan of counseling now. So maybe that has something to do with it. Like Will is not getting the mental health help that he should be getting, because there's no excuse, right? He got all the bread in the world.
Yeah,
why aren't you talking to somebody?
See, then this is the part that comes back on Jada. Now let's. I've already said that I don't think. I already said that I think if Chris knew, he shouldn't have made the joke. But let's come back to the wife. You are the first line of defense for him.
The wife.
The wife. She is the first line of defense for him. The fact that you have a show, and on your show you talk about fucking somebody else, and you tell him this in a public forum. Y'all talk about this in a public forum. Not only is it that dude goes on, the dude she fucked around with goes on to talk about the shit too. It's bad enough to get cheated on. It's a horrible feeling. But to publicly get cheated on, and to publicly see for the world to see exactly all of your dirty laundry, she is the first line of defense for that. And she did use that shit for her gain. Now, again, I don't know their personal arrangement. Maybe they got an arrangement to where they mess around like that, which you're a whole nother person if you could do that shit. But if it wasn't that, and it's not that type of situation, you putting your business out here already. So you already putting your husband at risk. You already putting his name and that family structure at risk. He's got to defend that shit every fucking day. Every day he's got to defend that shit. So the thing that she needs to understand is you're not innocent in this. You have already opened that door a long time ago to people talking about your personal life. I'm not saying it's right that he put his hands on him, but you've already opened the door to that.
You're right, man. And then like Chris Blogger, welcome, brother. In his acceptance speech, Will Smith compared someone making fun of his rich, powerful wife to the struggles of Richard Williams. And that alone proves him out of touch with BLM, like Black Lives Matter. And I'm only assuming, Chris, that you mean the struggles of everyday people of color, because it is a struggle. And brother, I agree with you. I gotta agree with you on that, because that you are out of touch, and it shows that we have our racial things, we have the 1% and the bottom 99. And it just shows how you can come from the hood, find yourself in the 1% and lose touch like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? 50 cents, to use 50 again as an example, 50 cents, from the hood, right? He's still who he is. He's a 1%er now, but 50 ain't forgot nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't see 50 doing, making a move like this. And I guess, like they say, money can't change you, bro. And Tia, what's good? You're right. And look at that. Jada disrespected her husband, her family, and herself more than any joke ever could. I mean, that's real talk. That's real talk.
And that's why I say I see. I said free will.
It's coming, baby. It's coming.
But this is why I say.
Good night, Suzette. Appreciate you, love. We'll talk. Hey, Suzette, real talk. I need to introduce you to Ty. I think y'all would be a good link up as far as the Suzette. Tom will shoot you her channel. She's doing amazing things, bro. Amazing things. I can't speak highly of enough of her. I'll definitely put y'all on. Got to get him on there, Suzette. Free up the schedule. So good night. Sleep well, love.
So here's the thing, man. There's so many things wrong about what happened tonight. There's so many things wrong with it. But the mental health aspect is this, man. Look, I'm very protective of my family, my friends, especially my wife and my kids. So I understand where he's coming from. And again, nobody hold on, it was clean up the mess. Yeah,
it was damage control. Absolutely. The speech wasn't to compare though. It was clean up the mess he just made. Yeah, it's one of the best actors out there. Tears and speech on the go. Yeah, he the man.
exactly. Nobody, here's the thing, nobody would have been upset at him if he would have walked up to Chris, even because it still would have just been as impactful. It still would have been as impactful if he would have went up there and said, "Hey man, I'm tired of people making jokes about my wife. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you now, don't do it." Because first of all, people would have been like, "Did he just come up and check Chris Rock?"
Yeah, but secondly, Chris Rock would be like, okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to put away all this infidelity material. Bam, right to the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Now I've given you the option to still save face, but you still chose not to. That point, all bets is off. But for him to just come up and do that, it's so you're gonna find this split down the middle. You're gonna find some hood dudes. You're gonna find some hood dudes that's gonna be like, "Goddamn right, Will Smith," and then you're gonna find some motherfuckers that are, like, come on, Will. I just was telling my kids they can be like you. And I can't.
And you still can. You can be like Will in the sense that we know Will ain't gonna get arrested. Ain't gonna be no OJ moment. Yeah, be like Will Smith. You can smack somebody on the Oscars and make money on that. Beast mode, baby. That's a boss.
Chris Rock should have been waiting for his ass backstage with a bat.
Beat him over the head with the Oscar he just won. Like, what, I'm about to beat you with this Oscar, bro?
Because now Chris looked like a bitch. He do. And it's unfortunate because Chris didn't do anything wrong other than just say something. Again, if he knew it, this again is a big if. If he knew about the medical condition and still chose to make fun of her, that's on Chris.
But hold on. And I've been thinking about this since you said it, right? And I'm gonna bring up something that it's escaping you just for a moment. We both know that all those jokes were vetted by the Oscar people. His whole bit, his whole routine, every joke had to go through some producers.
And again, like I said, some people may know, some people may not know. Like my wife didn't know. She didn't know. She had to Google it tonight. She didn't know that she just thought that she was wearing her hair like that as a style, which a lot of people did.
I did too. I mean, she could rock it.
I thought that for a minute, and she could. So I don't know if the Oscar people knew it, but again, I would think that Chris Rock and Will Smith are friends or associates in some way. You never hung out with this dude?
Yeah, but my point being, between Chris Rock and his crew, right? Because he has a team to help him write. I'm not saying he has ghost writers, but he has writers. He has an official team to help him write. And then the Oscars, right? They vet everything. So you're telling me that the Oscar people didn't know about Jada's condition? They saw the joke. It could slip through the cracks, but come on, bro.
I would say more so Chris Rock's people, but not necessarily the Oscar people. I would say you're right about Chris Rock's people, his writers, probably. But I don't know if the Oscar people, I mean, these old white people, bro.
But the old white people ain't doing the work, right? Everybody doing the work are the young people out there doing the legwork. You mean to tell me no one in the room knew that she had this condition? I got to say someone knew. Someone knew. And M saying, Will's a smart dude. Been in business for years. He knows what to do to clean up a mess. Yeah, he understands damage control. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's tons of stuff that he done got away with that no one will ever know about because of damage control. Chris is back with you. Will not getting legal consequences like a white man out there. Hey, real talk. And here's the thing with that, and I'm gonna do a show on this one day. There is a point where you transition from just being a black dude to being a wealthy black dude.
Right.
And there are benefits to come with that. You feel me? Like OJ, if OJ was one of us, they would have pumped him full of hoes. There's no way that they was gonna let OJ do that long drive like that back when the pit maneuver was the big thing and they had spike strips and all that. If OJ was a regular dude, they'd have pumped him for the lead, but that was OJ Simpson. That was the juice. Almost identical. I mean, the crime isn't the same, obviously. You know, one was extremely violent crime and the other was just as minor assault. But the way the world saw OJ Simpson, right, that crushed a lot of people because that was the juice.
Right.
You feel me? And you know, and please, Will Smith, don't escalate this. Don't make this worse,
man,
bro.
But, you know what, but this also should tell people, man. It's a tough one, man, because as a comedian, bro.
Ooh, Will is the bitch on this one. That's the red pill lens. I feel where you coming from. I feel you coming from, Rock Socks, and welcome. I feel where you coming from. Because your woman to 304 and you doing all this. I mean, your name is already mud, bro.
Right. And but here's the thing. With that being said, I agree with what you're saying. That to say, like, Will laughed, Jada didn't like it. And that's why I said, you look at her face, and I think for him, he was like, all right, man, what do I do on this? Hold on for a second. I gotta read this comment. Even if he did know, so if you know someone's fat, can't make the joke. What about the LGBTQ jokes? Can't make those jokes if they're in the crowd, like Dave Chappelle, because you know. No, here's what I'm saying. I don't think Will was right. Believe me, I'm gonna say that again. I don't think Will was right. I just think that I think his reaction was based off of some shit that he hadn't dealt with another way. If that makes any sense. He didn't deal with it the way he should have dealt with it. He didn't deal with the other people making jokes, the other people disrespecting his wife, or even his wife disrespecting their marriage or whatever. He didn't deal with all of that shit the right way. That's why it came out on Chris. I always say this, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. And I said, man, because sometimes I have a tendency, like if someone pisses me off, instead of holding it in, I'll say something to him right then. Like I'll say something to him right there at that moment because I feel like I don't want to hold this shit in. And then so sometimes my wife will be like, you shouldn't be like that because you don't know what can happen in that moment. There's a lot of crazy people out here, which is true. That is very true. But then I've said to her before, I said, you know what? Depending on the situation, sometimes I have to say something. I have to say something to that person in that moment because if I don't say something, at least I'm not saying we got to come to blows because everything don't require that. But if I don't say anything, if I just hold that shit in and grin and smile, eventually when it comes out, it's going to come out 4 times as much on the wrong person.
And you're going to smack that motherfucker in front of the Oscars.
You see what exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like Will did not deal with this. The other, because this wasn't Chris. This was not Chris. So let me be clear again about that saying. I'm not saying Chris was wrong to say the joke. I just feel like if you knew that she had a condition, I don't really think it was, you better than that. You can make better jokes about her than that. I just feel like if you're going to do that, if you know this, hey man, you already know this dude's already on edge. At least square the fuck up. Oh wait, this nigga coming up. Okay, hold up.
I wish we had a reverse angle because here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Was Will coming up with a smile like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Get you like, you know, trying to get you like the wise guys do it. You know what I mean? He's doing a Michael Corleone, like everything's cool and then bah! You know what I mean? Which is, that's how I would have did it. Let me get close to you. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what Chris was seeing? Or was Will coming up there like, I'm finna do something to you? Look, we don't know. I wish we had that camera angle. Rock Socks was like, yeah, he was.
Picture. Go look. If you go to Yahoo, There's a picture right now. It should be the first picture you see up there about this situation. You see the actual smack, the moment of the smack. Chris looks like Pookie from New Jack. That's the face he's making.
Ah,
They do. I'm not gonna lie. That's what it reminded me of. He looked like Pookie. But you can only see the back of Will's head, but you can see he's smiling as he's smacking him. So he definitely caught him off guard.
right. He made a move. That's smooth. That's so smooth. That's that Philly. That's that Philly thing right there. That's that Cincinnati Chicago thing right there. I don't want you to know what I'm finna do.
And that's it. But this is why I say, at that point, all bets is off.
All bets is off. You know what I
All
mean?
bets is off, bro. Fuck being a professional, because now you got to go home with that. You got to go home with that smack. You know what I'm saying? You got to go home knowing that you got punked worldwide. I don't know how Chris is gonna hold on to that shit, bro.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. And like Rock Sox was saying about him smiling and then Jada not smiling, he was gonna have to hear about it later. That probably played into it. We don't know if Jada said something under her breath to Will, or you just gonna let him get away with that. You don't know what she might have said to him, and then you're like, I guess I'm gonna have to go up here and do something. It could have been along those lines, right? He could have been walking up there like, yo, I'm just gonna say something on the mic or whatever, and then it's like, nah, I'm just gonna go ahead and smack this dude. You know, he too little to be talking like that. You know what I mean? It could have been that.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like, bro, there's a lot of unresolved issues in that household. Will can put this front up and act like we have this open marriage and it's totally understood. Hey, man, let me tell you something, bro. Unless you are that confident, first of all, if you're that confident, none of the jokes that other people make about your marriage being open and her getting dicked down by other dudes, that shouldn't bother you at all. It shouldn't bother you at all, because you're probably getting something on the side too. But if it does bother you, and it does make a difference that you sitting there and your wife is putting all this shit out there, then man, that's something you got to deal with her. Y'all got to talk about that shit at home, bro.
Yeah, displays anger like rocks. And I'm sorry, I know I skipped over a couple chats. But I'm gonna show every chat. And I'm gonna try to read some of them. Chris kind of leaned forward into it. It was kind of weird. But here's the thing: you see the hand coming up, you thinking it's that. You thinking it's and again, you got Pearl Harbor on that one, bro.
Hey man,
Pearl Harbor.
Fight, bro. We got to fight.
That's why as Ty, I called Ty right away, and I like, man, we gotta talk about this, man. He was like, bet. He like, yo, bro, we gotta throw some hands. What'd you say? Even if I'm a lose,
even if Chris take the L, because here's the thing. At that point, to be honest with you, I know we sitting here discussing it, and we can break down everything now because it already happened. But every dude, every man. Every single man, after that moment, now it became a street thing. Now it became a rule of the street thing.
If you from the streets.
Well, but again, right or wrong in that situation, once a motherfucker put their hands on you, you know this, bro. We got to deal with this another way now.
I'm gonna come see you. Absolutely, we're gonna deal with it right there. And even if security like I can't get mine in. It ain't over. I'm coming to see you. I gotta get my licks in.
You know how Chris could have saved face if he would have tried to smack Will in the face. That's
and
the
missed.
Only way he
and missed it. So he put his hands behind his back and stood there like he was at ease.
Hey man, if he would have jumped on his back like a bitch and tried to choke, hey man, even that would still be acceptable. People would look at it like, but man, for him to still stand there and try to pretend like it didn't happen and read the teleprompter. He couldn't even remember his words. He smacked the words out of his mouth. Oh, hey, man.
Hey, bro, you wrong for that one right there. Hey, that's a T-shirt. Boy, I smacked the words out your mouth like I did Chris.
At that moment, and any other dudes notice watching this, bro, and no one likes to take an L. Nobody wants to get their ass whooped. Nobody.
But take them.
Know that a motherfucker was able to lay hands on you and you did nothing.
Not a goddamn thing.
That's a different type of situation then, bro.
It is. And look at this. Your Rocks is talking about a Rock's house, yo. Chris and Chappelle world tour. Like, you know what I mean? Chris and Chappelle world tour, comedic gold. Yeah. Featuring Will Smith. I'll pay for that one. Will Smith, the feature. I'll pay for that one.
Oh,
and I was just going to bring this up. And saying you on point, bro. I was just going to bring this up. Y'all know Chris getting paid, though, for all that. Right? He's not on the streets. If he destroys the show, he's in trouble. Right. So here's the deal. The
was
Oscars. He was hosting. Had to be hosting. I'm assuming he was hosting. I don't know if they brought him up to present. He didn't have, because normally they had two people to present anyway. So I think
he was hosting. I just thought he was.
I don't know if anyone in chat knows if Chris was hosting. Pop it in the chat real quick. I really don't. I don't know.
But saying just like Will got money, Chris got money. He may not have Will Smith money, but he got money. Hey, man.
The Oscars has to pay him. What I'm saying is Hollywood is going to have to pay Chris for taking that smack.
Hey, man, so you might as well go out in the hey, man, go out in the blaze of glory, bro.
All right, thanks, Rox. Yeah, he wasn't hosting Rock.
So think about this, dude. Think about this, bro. The dude was able to smack the shit out of him, turn, walk away, and go sit back at his table and look up at him and still talk shit to him. Hey, man, one of us gotta go. One of us gotta go. I don't give a fuck if Chris would have left, snuck around back, crept up on this motherfucker, grabbed the bottle, and tried to beat the fuck out of Will Smith. It just.
So for everyone who didn't know, Ty is gangster. I just want to throw it out there. Just letting you know, that's Ty. That's gangster shit right there, player. I'm agreeing with you.
All it is just, again, everybody looked at like everyone went into this feeling like you have to be cordial. This is what it is. It's the Oscars. Will, you should be able to take a joke, which is true. Chris, you should understand that you are making sensitive jokes. So just, try and be delicate if you can. If not, we just got to hope it works out for the best. That's the professional part. We're all getting paid. We all are high profile. This is what we're here for. We're at a high profile event. Everything is square. From the second Will hand touched his face, everything else went back to the streets. At least as far as black folk go. I don't know about white folks and how they looked at it, but as far as black folk go, everything from that moment forward was what you gonna do.
Now, black folks, Italians, trailer park people, the essays, and the Armenians, us, right?
Yeah,
Street
exactly.
people.
Like, what are you gonna do now after this moment? That's what happens, and that's all. That's why I put the video out. I was like, man, hey, man, this is what we gotta do now, man. We gotta fight. We gotta fight.
Yeah, because they're saying, but if he agrees to do that show, then he want the money. That whole rep thing only works on the streets. When you're out in the real world, it is, you know what I'm saying? We had a mental breakdown with Chris. And here's the thing. What we're talking about is, like, first of all, like, Chris ain't hurting for no money. And anybody in Hollywood that gets asked to do the Oscars is going to do the Oscars. Right? They're going to do the Oscars 100%. That's just for eyes on and just getting, you know what I'm saying? That's you have to be a certain caliber of actor to even be inside there, and let alone to be asked to present or host. So that's like a prestige position. Although now, I don't know, people might start saying no. Like, is Will Smith gonna be there? I don't know. You know what I mean? But what Ty and myself are talking about now, if you a street person, that street is always gonna be in you, and sometimes you don't care. Like you just don't care that you in the Oscars. Like, dude, you don't care that you in church. I done seen people take L's by the pulpit, bro. You know what I'm saying? People see you, they gonna see you when they see you. And it's certain people who are built like that. I hate to say that I'm one of them. I'll tolerate a lot, but if you push me far enough, you catch me on the wrong day, something might happen. Like you might get what you're looking for. And again, the people who catch it aren't necessarily the people that you're angry with. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're saying. Like, Chris just says something and Will laughed at it. Then he looks at his wife and his wife not happy. He's like, well, let me go up here and smack this dude. And that's what he did.
And that's, yeah. Exactly. I got to get ready to wrap this up, you guys. I'm sorry. Man, listen. So let me say this, bro. Just to clarify with everybody. I don't condone the violence. I don't, especially over words, bro. We already got a stigma on us as black folks that words that we shouldn't be laying hands on each other off of words. There should be other ways for us to handle it, especially both of them. Both of them motherfuckers over 50. So in that sense, I don't agree with what he did. It was a moment of weakness directed at somebody that was not the real target. As Sam put it, that's all directed at Jada. Jada got a lot of shit going on with her that he just ain't come to grips with. But with that being said, there is, as a man, there are certain things where you feel like, hold up, bro. I know you feel like I said something out of pocket. I know you do. But you coming up doing what you did, now we got to deal with this another way. Because you obviously don't respect me enough to come at me in a better way than what you just came at me. I told you, even if he would have walked up there and said to him, hey man, don't do what you doing. Even that would have been like, shit, Will Smith ain't fucking around. But this seemed very weak on Will's part. It just seems very weak because it seems like all the shit that you wanted to say, like about August and the entanglements and the red table talk and all of and her past feelings for Tupac and all of that shit, you just ain't really addressed it the way you should have addressed it. So it's a mental health aspect that go into this. There is a respect aspect that go into this. And there's some things where they need to go home and talk about this. They do. Chris, I honestly feel like Chris was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I really do.
That's real talk, man. And thanks for jumping on with me, brother. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy, bro. That was wow. We'll see how true your words are moving forward. But I think you were spot on, man, 100%. I think what you said is correct in the way Hollywood's gonna deal with this. So yeah, I know you gotta go. I'm gonna spend probably a few more minutes talking with my Fresh and Fit fam and some of my Suzette fam, Suzette Speaks fam. And ladies and gentlemen, that's Ty Barnett, man. Thank you so much for coming on,
cool,
brother.
Man.
Yeah,
Later.
I'll holler at you, brother. Peace.
Peace.
So yeah, y'all. And in a way, we're watching history, y'all. We're watching history, man. Like it's like Ian saying here, man. They're in white people business, Hollywood, not the streets. You don't want to be known as I destroyed the Oscars. That's 100. That is absolutely 100. Just catching up on the chats. The Oscars banned, I believe, Kevin Hart, and he was pissed. So it's important. Yeah, they did. They did cut him loose for something he did, years prior. It was something referenced LGBTQ. I think he used the F word, and yeah, they didn't. They banned. They canceled him. They didn't want him to do it, and then they doubled back and they were like, "No, we do want you to do it." But by that point, Kevin Hart was upset, and he was at his peak. I mean, he was like absolute peaking. She was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do it." And so yeah, that was a thing. And the Oscars handled that poorly, in my opinion. And they're probably gonna fumble this a little bit. Rock Sox, bring Billy Crystal back, right? Get Billy Crystal or somebody. That's like saying bring Lionel Richie back to do the Grammys or American Music Awards. But they're gonna do that. It's gonna be a knee jerk reaction. They're gonna try to make it so bland. You know what I mean? It might be a Zoom Oscars next time, so nobody can be there and actually hurt each other. So what we got here? Like bunch hosts, power pews. Man, I feel like merch. That was crossing the line for anyone. Big props to Chris. I don't know how he didn't put hands on Will. Big man, probably a bigger man than me, just shake it off and just roll with it. Real talk. Or he might have been thinking, man, like, I ain't ready for this. You know what I'm saying? You get to a point in life where you're doing really well. Like, I mean, most guys, as we know, we're going to shift this conversation for the next 15, 20 minutes before I wrap it up to the red pill lens, right? Let's look at it from a red pill lens, right? We all know, those of us who like the red pill guys, fresh and fit folks, we all know female nature, right? We get that, and even our female red pill sisters out there know this is really revolving around what Jada did with that guy August, and what Jada put Will through, right? Here's the thing: you got this woman, you married this woman, you love this woman, you've pedestalized this woman, right? And Will Smith, I mean, he ain't what you would think as a typical beta. He's, simp type dude or whatever, right? He's over 6 feet, right? He has his finances in check, absolutely, right? Six pack, absolutely. Especially when he needs it, his body goes wherever his role has to be, right? But he treats his wife, and he was treating his wife like a celebrity, and she was treating him like a fan, right? That's what everybody preaches, right? Because we see it all the time, right? In Living Color, we saw what happens. I was just watching Math Hoffa's podcast, his channel, My Expert Opinion, and they were talking about how women can destroy kingdoms. If you want to get into the biblical stuff, right? The biblical aspects, when you have, and they didn't say women, they said harlots, like how harlots can destroy men, destroy kingdoms. We're watching Will Smith's legacy be destroyed brick by brick, right? Think about that for a second, brick by brick. This is what's going on. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to show everybody's comments so I can finish my little monologue, because, I'm old and this late. So this is horrible to watch. This is why people should have, I'm not saying you need to be red pill. I'm not saying that blue pill is bad. I'm not saying that you need to be black pill. All I'm saying is you need to be aware. You need to be aware. If this can happen to Will Smith, right? Think about that. If this can happen to Will Smith, what chance does the guy who's making $50,000 a year working at Target really have, right? If he's going to take on that blue pill lens and move through life like that, right? Meeting women, and even if he got a little game and he's going to take her out to an expensive dinner and buy her expensive gifts and all that kind of stuff, bro, it doesn't make sense, and it does not help you. You have to vet women. You have to keep them in line. And what does Myron say all the time, right? You can't don't let a bitch get too comfortable. Now you see what he's talking about. Don't let them get comfortable, right? And I'm not saying, be an asshole about it and purposely, make them uncomfortable, but you have to let them know you will cut them loose if they don't stay in line. If you're gonna be a traditional woman, act like one. And if you're not gonna act like a traditional woman, you gone. And it ain't gotta be no argument or nothing. I tell women all the time, like, oh, you want to go on a girls trip? Yeah, go ahead. Right? And when she gets back, she's gone. You know what I mean? And you can do it that way. You could do it like Andrew Tate says. Two things about Andrew Tate, man. This is why I think, ladies and gentlemen out there, if you listen to my voice, study his words. Study his words, irregardless of how you feel about the brother. I think the brother's solid. I was lucky enough to meet him in person. Very humble guy, to be a 4-time kickboxing champion, multimillionaire. You know what I'm saying? He knows game, like real game. He is humble. He's like respectful to others. The dude came up to me, shook my hand, showed me love. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't know me from nobody. Study his words. He was on Fresh and Fit talking about how a woman can get you hurt in a physical altercation. Like if you're at a bar or something like that, what's a woman gonna do? She gonna get in your way, right? She gonna get in your way, hold your arms, whatever, get you knocked out, or she's gonna run her mouth to the wrong people and get you done up, right? That's what women can do if you don't keep them. And I don't like to use the term in line, but if she doesn't understand her role and your role, and I think Tia said it on this tonight, like Jada should be his first line of defense and should be, playing her role and not jeopardizing everything they have. So women can get you hurt, bro. And look what she's doing. And it begs the question, is she worth it? Is any person worth it, man or woman? If you're a woman dealing with a deadbeat dude, why are you dealing with a deadbeat dude? Right? Because he giving you good sex. You can get decent sex from the average dude. And then, you know, if he can't quite get there because he's not packing enough, bring the toys out. Show him how to use your toys. He'll get you there with them toys. But you don't be running up on the deadbeat dude. So look at this through the red pill lens, y'all. Look what this did, right? However long this is played out, look what it did. You know what I mean? He's got to deal with this. Hollywood has to deal with this, right? There are Americans, families, and your families all over the world is like, oh my God, Will Smith is a thug, right? And they're how we gonna spend this, y'all? How we gonna do this? How we gonna do that? You know what I mean? I just got to say, man, Ian saying like Will Smith similar to Dwayne Wade. They worked hard, but they're blocked from the red pill reality because of their success. Yeah. Similar to how kings get destroyed by women. Like I said, thank you, brother. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, and you got to be careful. So when Fresh is always talking about vetting chicks, that's what he means. Right? 100%. He didn't say that right from the jump. Yeah. I'm glad to listen to the stream. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Welcome. Thanks for coming. But always be thinking, man. Like, I'm a former military guy, right? The blue pill, and I believe in the Disney fairy tales just as much as the next man, just as much as the next woman. We were all raised on that. All of us, man. Every last one of us were raised on that. So yeah. I was on Suzette Speaks show the other day. We were talking about red pill. She wanted to know what red pill was, had a 4-hour stream, and she got inundated with information. It was blowing her mind. And her listeners too were like, wow, this is crazy. And a lot of people got triggered. That Disney fairy tale is just that, man. It's a fairy tale. It's a story. It's a story. That is not how life is. But yet we are taught to be that way. Red pill to me is just being awake, being aware. Right? When they send soldiers to war, you train really hard, you practice, you train, right? You got your discipline, everything, you know what you're going to do. They tell you this is what we're going to go into. This is how it's going to look when you get there. This is what you're going to do. You know what I mean? 1 through 10, this is it. And then when you get there, it's never what you anticipated. It was never what you planned for, ever, right? Blue pill people get into a situation like that and they just shut down. They don't know what to do. No, we're supposed to do it this way. No, she's supposed to love me forever. No, she's sugar and spice and everything nice. No, he's my hero. Nah, red pill lens. Yo, this is a fucked up situation. Let's regroup and figure this out. Let's come out with a battle plan on the fly. All right, we got this. You cover this. You cover that. We're going up the middle. Let's move. That's to me what red pill is. Right? That's what red pill is. Red pill is understanding the situation on the ground and acting accordingly. Will Smith, I guarantee you everything. I bet everything I own that he understands he has a 304. He understands that. He gets it. He was like, man, my wife ain't shit, but he loves her. And the blue pill teaching is, well, just forgive her and everything will be just fine. No, it won't, because that's going to eat away. It's like these guys who wife up porn stars. It never works. It's different if you try to wife up a stripper, right? That's not going to work either, but there is a little difference. The difference is, generally speaking, prior to the internet, prior to Instagram and all this other kind of stuff, there was no proof, right? There was no proof. And you've heard Myron and you've heard Fresh talk about this. If you were a stripper in Walla Walla, Washington, and you was the queen bee out there getting all that bread, right? Once you reached your financial goal, you can leave Walla Walla, Washington, right? And people listening to my voice, if you think I'm lying, there is a Walla Walla, Washington. Look it up. right? Bugs Bunny used to talk about it all the time. That's the reason it's ingrained in my head, right? Walla Walla. You can leave there and you can move to a big city, a mid-sized city, or a small city. You can move to Miami, or you can move to Cincinnati, Ohio, or you can move to Fayetteville, North Carolina. No one will know who you are. You just a bad chick. And that whole born again, like not born again, but I'm a virgin again, and you can be pure, and you can have your wardrobe and look good and do right and get you a top tier guy because no one knew what you were doing, right? If you're at you're at Fayetteville, North Carolina, home of Fort Bragg, the home of the Airborne. That's where I was stationed for a few years. You can be down there, and the only people who might know you were stripping and Walla Walla might be the high end generals, and they ain't saying nothing because they wife right there. They got their reputation to think about. So you good, right? You can live that different life, right? So I'm just saying, now you a stripper somewhere in Walla Walla, and you done posted this all on your Instagram. You got an OnlyFans, you got all this stuff going on. Yo, you can't hide it. And once you can't hide it, there's no plausible deniability. Y'all done heard that, right? Like Bill Clinton said, I did not have sexual contact with that woman, or whatever he said. Please, they had his semen on the dress, right? Where'd that come from, Billy? But there was plausible deniability because there was no picture. There was no video, right? Young women today and young men today are filming everything, man. Like my life in the streets told me, man, no evidence, cuz. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna hit this lick and take a picture of it. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna shoot somebody with a gun that I got in one of my Instagram posts. That's nonsense, right? And then you can go on Fetted, 1811 with Myron, breaking down all these cases where the police are like, yeah, all we do is go through your social media. There's the murder weapon. There's the shoes he was wearing. There's the jacket he had on. Oh, look in the corner. There's the mask he was wearing, right? Oh, look, there's the money he took. What are y'all thinking? Right? And the same thing goes for for these women. It just once you decide to make these decisions, it's really hard to scrub it from your past because it's out there, bro. And it's always going to be out there. Always going to be out there. Right? So Jada was loose when she was doing a different world. Right? She rocking Tupac. Everybody, all them downs was rocking Tupac. Jasmine Guy. Every dude my age was in love with Jasmine Guy. Even my father was in love. Who was that girl on that TV show, boy? That Whitney girl. Oh, that's Jasmine Guy. Everybody, who was Jasmine Guy? Banging. Tupac. She was with Tupac when he passed in the hospital, if I ain't mistaken. Right? All women want them traits. If you got the red pill lens on, you understand that. Now, I'm not saying go out there and be a thug. I'm not saying go live a thug life. Nah. But I'm saying be aware of that. Right? That's the situation on the ground. Modify your technique so you can at least get a chance to holler at this chick you think she won't. Right? And there's another thing Fresh and Myron be talking about. Yeah, I'm going to say a lot about Fresh and Myron because I really respect their hustle, man, and I really respect that platform. They putting out some real good information. That's why I be sending them super chats, y'all. I ain't trying to look like Mr. Big and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the same reason Black Lemur be sending in those super chats, y'all. We want that platform to be here, right? So y'all can see this. All these dudes out here, right? You got the top 20%, you got the bottom 80. And the bottom 80, they all say the same thing, man. I want to get me a dime. I want to get me a baddie, this, that, and the third. Look at Fresh's blogs, man. Look at his blogs. Listen to what Fresh is telling you, right? What did he say all the time? I'm not an alpha. That's what Fresh says. I'm not an alpha, right? I'm a nerd, man. I'm a gamer. I'm an island boy. I just figured it out. Myron said the same thing. I just figured it out, right? And here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can figure it out too. They giving you the game, right? 95% of the game on Fresh and Fit is free. You ain't even got a super chat. I got the super chat for you, right? I'm going to send that money in for you. Listen and watch and see what's going on. Listen to what they saying. If you're in the bottom 80%, if you're in that lower tier of the bottom 80%, and you really think having a beautiful woman is a good thing. You want a dime. They are the worst, bro. They are the worst. I have had my share of tens, legit tens. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you the truth. I done had my share of tens. Here's the thing. Didn't have a lot of money either, right? I wasn't Mr. Big like that. Certainly didn't have the kind of stability that I have now back then. I had tens. I'd be in places like nice restaurants, man, or at events and stuff like that. Had dudes coming up to me talking about you a lucky man. Hell, I've said that to dudes. I've seen guys with dimes like you a lucky man. And you know what we say? You know what those guys say? You know what Fresh would probably say? Man, you want her? You can have her, bro. For real. Because you have no idea the type of bullshit they take you through. Look at Will Smith. Look at Will Smith, man. Smacking people on national TV. Not even national TV, on the world stage. Black man smacks another black man on the world stage. Those people who are always going after Black Lives Matter, people talking about, look, it's all black on black crime. They telling the truth. They ain't lying, right? There it is right there at the Oscars, black on black crime, man. Yeah, Will got some shit he got to sort out. But where's the problem, right? It's his wife, man. And it's his fault. He chose her, period. You don't think Will Smith knew what Jada was doing when they was younger? He saw it. I saw it. How could he not see it? He in Hollywood. How could he not know? I lived in Hollywood for 25 years, man. I'm not a star by any stretch of the imagination, but I knew what was going on, man. I was at the parties. I was in the hills. I was in Malibu at the events. You feel me? I was in West Hollywood at the events. I was there with my friends, people like Ty Barnett. You know what I mean? I got other people I know out there to just be rocking with producers and writers and stuff like that. I see what goes on, man. I see how loose the women are. A lot of these women, they chasing the security. They get the security for some older dude that they ain't really sexually attracted to. It's just like Rolo says. Rolo, shout out to Rolo Tomasi, right? Burning desire, man. Burning desire. You can't fake it. You gotta have it. You can have a chick that ain't got burning desire for you. You can have her, but all she really is using you for your own money, man. I've been at political events, man, with powerful Republicans, powerful Democrats, right? And I'm in the back room in somebody's mansion with somebody's wife, right? Because she done had not even one too many. She done had a glass of wine and she gonna blame it on the alcohol. She gonna grab me up, take me to the back room, top me off. Then 20 minutes later, you see her sitting next to her husband, kissing him in the mouth. And she looking over his husband, over his shoulder, winking at you. It's like, ugh. Those are dimes, right? That's how the dimes work, man. That's what they do. Right? That's what they do. So when you're sitting around watching anything that's red pill, truly listen to what they're saying, man. Like when you go to decide you're gonna start simping, trying to get at these women on Instagram because you see them on Fresh and Fit. I ain't mad at you, shoot your shot, but do you really know what you're getting yourself into? Right? How many times have you seen guys chat in or call in and say, hey, you know what I mean? I've been red pill for a year and I'm getting my body together. I'm getting my fitness together. I'm getting my money together. Right. I'm red pill aware now. And I met this woman and all these techniques are working. Right. And now she's my girlfriend. But all of a sudden she starts acting differently and doing whatever. Like she's looking at other men or she's back on her Instagram. What's going on? What did I do wrong? You went back to the blue pill, bro. You pedestalized her. You use these techniques as a shortcut to get to some woman you wanted to get with. You got with her. She realized you're a fraud. And now she's treating you like you've always been treated. It happens to everybody, man. You can't do it. They ain't lying, man. Like these techniques work, but it can't. If you're using these red pill truths, as a cheat code, you're only cheating yourself. Just gonna keep it 100. You're only cheating yourself, player. If you truly understand this red pill culture, that means you live it and breathe it every single day. Like that flag behind me, airborne. It's a cute flag. You see the tab up there says airborne. You see the wings, see the jump wings right there. And there's people in the Army who went through airborne school. They did their 5 jumps and they were awarded that badge, right? They got their wings and they proudly wear it on their uniform, but then they went back to what we call their leg units. They went back to their non-airborne world, right? To me, that's the perfect depiction of blue pill and red pill. Like if you're airborne, you live that life every single day, right? You don't just do it for a 3-week class, 5 jumps, and then you get your reward, right? You live that life every single day. You know that on any given day, you can die. That's the airborne life. When I was at Fort Bragg, there was this big board, right? And Fort Bragg, North Carolina is the home of the 82nd Airborne Division, right? Pretty much everything, the entire Fort Bragg universe revolves around the 82nd Airborne Division, right? Just, it's really different, but that's just the easiest way to describe it. There's way more shit going on, but everything is 82nd, right? You can sing about it, 82nd, patch on my shoulder, right? Pick up your weapon and follow me. I am airborne infantry. That's the whole gist of it, right? There was a board. If Fort Bragg could go 82 days without someone dying, and this is during peacetime, y'all. If we could go 82 days without someone losing their life, we would get a day off, a holiday. The whole base would get a day off, right? I was there for 3.5 years. I want to say once, maybe twice in that time frame, we reached that goal of 82 days without somebody dying. This is during peacetime, right? Airborne life, right? You got to be about that life. Not just, so when you go to the school and you go through the class and you live those 3 rough weeks and then you're awarded your wings and you salute, and then you go back to your leg unit. To us, the leg is the blue pill. You go back to just living a regular life. You go back to just being a soldier. You keep your boots shined, kind of, right? You know, that's when we had to shine our boots. They were black and leather. Now they're like brown, whatever the hell they are. They don't shine boots anymore. We used to keep our uniforms nice and crisp and pressed. They don't do that anymore either. Like the Army is a lot different than the Army I was served in. But those guys went to airborne school and they went back to their little blue pill leg life and they loved it. They worked their 9 to 5s. They did whatever. They hardly ever got their hands dirty. They maybe went to the field twice. And the field means you actually go out into the wilderness and train or whatever. Maybe they did that twice. And when they went to the field, it was only for like maybe a couple of days, maybe a weekend field problem. And they had to do it because it was a test you had to take as a unit once a year to make sure you're ready. And most of those people got out of it. They find reasons to get out of it. So that's the leg life, blue pill, airborne life, red pill. That's how you gotta do it, y'all. Y'all gotta take it 100%. 100%. If you red pill every single day, right? The night game, the day game, the cold approach, the doggy game, getting your fitness up, getting your finances up, getting your train of thought up, your acceptance, being accountable, all that. Will Smith is not accountable for his wife, and this is what it led to, right? It's going to possibly destroy everything he's worked for, everything he's built. So with all that said, I'm going to get off my soapbox. I want to thank everybody who jumped on here with me. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate the support. I really do. Shout out to y'all. I'm just gonna keep putting out content, and at some point, probably in a month or so, I'll settle into some sort of routine. Maybe what this day and that day go live, and then whatever. I'll figure it out. But for now, I'm just gonna flood it with content as much as I can. And thanks for rocking with me. Yo, thanks, and saying I appreciate that. Shout out to you too, brother. Shout out to everybody that was on here tonight. And saying everybody, just thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna keep rocking with y'all. Hope y'all keep rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep doing this. You need anything, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see me on the Fresh and Fit podcast, man. I'm gonna be there sending in my super chats and showing my support. You're gonna see me on Suzette Speaks because I rock with her as well because she real good people, man. I'm gonna tell y'all because there's only about 5, 6, 7 y'all in here. I'm really trying to get that interview going with Suzette and Fresh and Fit because I think that'll be she is so female, so feminine, so blue pill, but she's curious about red pill and she really wants to know how it works. I'm trying to make that happen. We'll see. So I'm out of here. Thank y'all so much. So much. Just all right, hey, how you going? Thank you. Look for my upcoming videos. Yo, I hope that I do you well, bro. I hope that I live up to the expectations. I'm gonna work real hard. Tia, thanks. Shout out. Thank you so much. Thanks for liking the videos, for everybody who did that. This was the longest goodbye I ever said in my life, but that's how much I care about y'all, man. So y'all have a good night. If you're on the East Coast, if you're on in the middle of the country, on the West Coast, continue doing what you're doing. And I'll talk to y'all later, man. I'm D.O. Saint. Peace.